Hi everybody, it's Tom from FindTheBestCarPrice.com. Today we're going to answer the question as to what is different about the 2022 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara 4xe. This is the hybrid powertrain version that we're going to take a look at today. So we're going to talk a little bit about the changes that you'll find there. The exterior color on this model is hydro blue, and it has a sticker price of $59,860. Let's take a look at the biggest difference, and that's going to be what's under the hood. Under the hood is going to be the combination of the 2-liter 4-cylinder and the electric motor, but not hurting for horsepower. At 375, the torque numbers come in at 420 foot-pounds. And the good news here, unlike most vehicles that are hybrids, this is not going to be mated to a CVT or continuously variable single-speed transmission. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. The big questions, gas mileage and how far can you drive on a single charge? Well, let me answer those in order of what I just said. 20 miles per gallon on gas only, but those numbers more than double to 49 miles per gallon with gas and electric. On a single charge, fully charged, you can drive 21 miles. Obviously, I don't know what people are going to think about those numbers. Tell me down in the comments. Obviously, I would imagine people want to see more, but tell me what your preference is. But of course, having the gas engine here, well, not a big deal. And you will find a little something different here that you don't see on other Jeeps, and that's going to be the charge port right here. And this model does come with a power cable. And of course, you're going to have what you would expect right here, the door right here, the gas door for filling up the gas tank. The button for opening that is found right here. We'll let that open up and just show you what's there. And then what about your charge cable? Well, obviously it's going to be found right back here. Of course it's going to come with the vehicle. What would you expect? You don't have to pay extra for that. It's already factored in, but there is your charge cable. And while we're back here, let's talk a little bit about towing. 3,500 pounds is what Jeep says you can tow. When you maximize cargo space, the cargo space numbers range between a minimum of 27.7 cubic feet all the way up to a maximum of 67.4. So obviously a big question. Well, what is it like to drive a hybrid Jeep out on the road? All right, we're sitting here waiting for this light to turn green to start our test drive officially, but it's funny, if you listen, you can hear the turn signals on. So if you wonder if I actually use my blinkers, and I don't just say sarcastic things about the blinkers, I do use them. So I have my blinker on right now. You can hear that real well because obviously the gas engine isn't running at the moment. So in case you were ever curious to see what that's like, it is really quiet. Let's just listen for a couple of seconds. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Probably takes a little getting used to. Obviously, if you were alone in the vehicle, you'd probably have the radio on, maybe talking to someone on your cell phone via Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, just so we know for sure there. But let's see how this Jeep does. We're going to hit the pedal here and just see how long it takes to accelerate up to a reasonable speed. You know what? I'm actually, wow. That is really impressive. And even though it's not going to be super duper fast, it's not going to snap your neck back, snap your head back, and hit the headrest like a TRX would. But easing into the pedal like I did right there, and just for it, I only got to about half throttle, half pedal basically. I was very impressed. So if you're wondering, what is this going to be like to have to accelerate up to highway speeds, or if you need to pass a slower moving car on a 2-lane road when it's safe to do so? Let me cover my bases there, so I'm giving you good advice. I don't think this Jeep's going to have any trouble at all. That was actually very impressive to me, considering what's under the hood. But 375 horsepower is by no means light. But let's get out here and just try one more time and see how it goes. We're going to get into a straightaway here before I do that, because it is a Jeep. It has the aerodynamics of a brick, and it's not going to handle like a high-performance car. But I am cruising through here at the speed limit and no problems. I'm doing 45, 50, about 50 miles an hour right now. It does ride like a Jeep, but heck, what else would you expect? But let's see, there's nobody behind me. I'm going to just do this. I don't have the draggy set up, but I'm really not worried about how long this takes. Let's just do this from a dead stop and see what happens. So we're going to come to a complete stop here. Try and do this quickly in case anyone comes around the corner. Now I have to say, from a dead stop, it's not impressive to take off like that. But once you have some RPM built up and you're in a little bit higher gear in that 8-speed transmission from here, it's not going to accelerate as slowly. Now, I don't want to go too fast down here because obviously this person just pulled out in front of us, but that's okay. The difference, 0 to 60 from a dead stop, not impressive at all. But I talked about that earlier. 6.5 seconds. Let's get that right. 6.5 seconds. Probably a little quicker, but not going to make that big of a difference. But I tell you what, when you're up and rolling and you need to go, this Jeep will go. Overall, I'm really impressed. For a hybrid powertrain, this is probably the best that I've done out of all the different vehicles that I've reviewed over the last few years here on YouTube. Jeep has definitely done a great job. To learn more about the model in today's video, visit the link in the description for a detailed comparison between trims and pricing for the vehicle we featured or any vehicle you may be interested in. These pages feature information such as our recommended trim level based on price, value, and features. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. We look forward to seeing you next time.